Welcome. Tristan and Sabrina, obviously here. Hi, y'all. Guess what? We're back again. And this time we're sitting on our tuckuses because it's a day for sitting energy work. We like to call it Chair-Gong.
Yep, because most of you, if you're watching this, probably just joined us for it wasn't 5, it became 6 days of energy detox and reboot training. And first of all, thank you so much for showing up and participating so fully. If you haven't watched day 6, the replay is still available. I think it's one of the best days we've ever done. We did an energy score assessment so you can really see where you are everywhere in your life. And then we did the mystical orbit routine for healing and creating relationships. We made tingly, warm, healing chi balls to use for self-healing, healing on others and your pets. And I'm putting together an email to send out. I asked, what happened with your animals during the energy detox? And just hearing back about
photos.
A horse, about a cat, about a dog, about a husband, Joe. Oh, and if you want forever copies of all 6 days of the energy detox, we are editing them and turning it into a paid program. It's valued at $297, but we're giving it away for free. Forever access to everyone who joins us in the ongoing classes in the Life Force Mastery Dojo. So if you want more information about that, even if you just try it out for a month, you still get to keep those replays forever. That's called the Grasshopper. Or you can join us all in and join us for an entire year and get oodles of bonuses. You're just not going to know what to do with all that energy.
We got requests from folks saying they loved being able to sit in a chair and do a lot of the movement. So obviously we've got quite a few folks out there who aren't quite ready to do some of the standing Qigong. And so we want to continue to support you guys. And then there are folks who just really enjoyed doing this practice for sitting meditation. Like doing Qigong sitting really opens up your spine, gets your breath flowing right, and gets you into that sweet spot. And it's also something nice you can do when you're at work, or you're at home working and you just push away from the desk and do a little sitting Qigong. So we're going to dive in a little bit more to that today. And we've got folks here in 3 channels. So we are speaking to you guys over in the Energy Expansion Group. We're connecting with you Trisbrina folks who come to the Trisbrina Show on Thursdays on our main page. And we're connecting with you guys over on YouTube. So we're here. We're seeing your comments coming through.
It's a trilogy.
It's and it's really nice to be able to have this technology where we can connect with so many of you. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you. I was just going to say about sitting in a chair. I find that with different exercises that I do, having myself do them from a chair or a seated position works the muscles in a slightly different way, and sometimes actually makes it even more challenging. Like I shared some weight training with some people that attend our Life Force Mastery Dojo, and I had them sitting when they were lifting the weights, and that takes away the kind of cheating that we all do and don't mean to do it of swinging. So don't misunderstand that something done seated is necessarily easier or more basic. It's just different. But it also is that great stair stepper. We shared a story yesterday that Carrie wrote in that she was having trouble walking for more than an hour. And after doing one chi ball training session, she could walk the next day for an hour, and now she can walk for 2 hours. But during that time that she couldn't, there was still something that she could do because she could do it in a chair. So if you're somewhere on that healing journey and feeling like there's nothing I can do because I'm not healed enough yet, or I'm limited because of my mobility, we were just talking we were walking the dogs this morning. There's always something that you can do, and something is going to give you benefit. So, just never give up. And you can do something. And if you can get that energy flowing, what do we say?
Raise your energy.
Raise your life.
Well, and there's a reason for that. For those of you who enjoyed and joined us on day 6, we took you through our map back there, and we did what we call the energy score. And the very center of the map is all about you. Your energy centers, your energy channels, and by raising the energy and the frequency within your body temple, it affects all of the outer areas of your life. That's basically how our map is comprised. So raising your personal energy affects the entire life. And that's a very true thing, because when you start coming out of your center and trying to fix all the moving parts of life, you get fragmented focus, you get leaky life force, you feel all over the map. And by coming back home to center, which is what we're going to do from the chair today, you can then, from the stillness and the presence and the energy of you, through envisioning, you can see all those areas upgrading, and you can pull what you want into the vibration that you're in, and it magically affects everything that's a reflection of your consciousness.
And I think that's one reason why the results that you get stick if they are from the inside out, right? Because a lot of people will start feeling better, or healing, or be working on a relationship or whatever it is, losing weight, and they get those results, but then they don't stick. Yeah. And I think that's because they were done from the outside. But when it comes from the inside, my experience has been it's more permanent and lasting.
Well, would you agree that everything has to do with what's going on between your ears when it comes to life transformation? I mean, yes, movement, energy, all of that. And we want to go through the body to affect these thoughts. But these thoughts aren't just here. We think that they're here, but they've gotten embedded into our body, into our tissues, and into our channels. And what we've come to find is that through energy work, you actually have one of the greatest tools to upgrading the way you think. And thoughts carry frequency. And frequency affects this divine field that we live in. And the divine field is so honest, it reflects back to you exactly the frequency that you're in. So if you want things reflecting back in greater synchronicities and attractions, then you really do need to change your energy. So let's work on that together today. Does that sound good? From a chair?
Yeah. Boy, howdy.
Okay. So we're going to set it up. I'm going to move to the back a little bit so you can see me.
Yeah, and this is do it with you, right?
Oh, I'd love for yeah. Don't just watch.
Yeah, don't go get your popcorn and your soda.
Come on! Oh my God, that would be so funny watching a video of someone doing qigong, eating popcorn, That's pretty interesting stuff on TV. No. You get your butts in your chair and you follow along. All right, here we go. So.
The camera focuses on only one thing with depth, so I'm going to get out of the camera focus so you can see Tristan, and I will be in the chat for all of those here live if you have any questions.
All right, we are switching the microphone now. Hello? Hello.
This is my Qigong voice.
Oh, there's a Qigong voice? Is it very... What does it sound like, Qigong?
Want it to sound. Sit up.
Sit up straight. Open your gate. There are these beautiful gates. I always teach as if someone dropped in and was like, hey, what's this Satori method thing, and who are these Trisbrina people? What have I stumbled upon? So I try to do my best to meet everyone who's like new to energy, and at the same time give enough training tips and nuances for someone who's been doing it for decades to walk away from the experience saying, I learned something today, or I really like that sequence or that flow. So that's my goal right here, right now, is to do my best to serve everyone. So thank you for being open to this. When you're sitting, obviously you want to be comfortable, but you want your spine straight. So this will be a mini private lesson. I'm going to walk you through a sequence that I use in the mornings and when I want to kind of just push away from the desk for a minute, but I don't feel like getting up and doing a whole routine. And I know some of our students who are in a chair, a wheelchair, for example, they love this routine. And also if you just can't stand for a long time. I learned Qigong on the ground. I mean, I couldn't stand for more than a couple of minutes. So this helps everybody, no matter who you are. So you try to do your best to have a straight spine. That's the info highway. That's where the energy is moving through the spine, up and down. It's bidirectional. It also moves through your limbs, through your legs, your arms, your core, your tissues, your fascia. Energy is in every part of your body, but there's specific ways that it moves. What we're going to do in the sitting position today is we're going to stretch and lengthen the spine first and the fascia along the back by hanging down, and then we're going to come up. And when we come up, we're going to open up our rib cage so that we can draw more oxygen into the lungs. Qi is carried through the oxygen in the blood as well. So we're going to really fill the whole body with fresh oxygen and therefore fresh Qi. So we're going to be stretching the spine tall. and opening the muscles of the chest and doing our best to get a deep breath and fill all the way to the lower lobes of the lungs. Meanwhile, we'll go back down towards the floor. We'll let our head go. We'll shake it out a little bit, and then we'll come back up. That'll help get some of the cerebral spinal fluid moving through the spine, which is a really important thing to do. And then once we get to that point, we're going to complete our last one, and we're going to flow our arms down, and we're going to go into orbits. There's a larger orbit that's done this way. It's called spinning the orbit. We will complete our session with one of those, but we're going to do 3 orbits first. One at the power center. This is called your lower dantian, and we're going to give this energy, and we're going to nourish and calm this area. It's very important to take care of each center so the energy can rise up through the central line, the Chung Mei. We're going to get up to the heart center. We're going to have a little conversation here. We're going to move very slowly. The slower we move, the better. And so we're going to sense for the qi between our hands. I'll probably warm up your hands a little bit before we start. Do a little accordion and then get that lit. Then we're going to pull the qi up to the wisdom center. We're going to do a few up here. We're going to have a little dialogue about these energy centers. They're relationships that you have with different aspects of yourself. You'll hear about that as we go. And then I'm going to bring you back to the heart center. And the heart is the most powerful place to create from. It's an electromagnetic signal that you can send out that is many times greater than the signals of your brain alone. It creates a field and it interfaces with the divine field. So what we want to do is be in a vibration where we are aligning to the divining, okay? We're in a place of love and gratitude and open receptivity. The more you can be in that place, the more energy you can feel, and the clearer your signal gets, and the universe can hear you. So yes, there's a little manifestation component to this. Well, there always is. Everything, every thought, every movement, every action is creating your reality. So let's do our best to create an amazing reality by being in a beautiful place as we do this practice. And finally, we'll complete with a full orbit that just connects us back to our practice. Our hands will come down here. We'll sit in stillness for a moment and just feel like the breath is breathing us. That way your brain has an idea of the journey, of where we're going. Let's begin with a little bit of light tapping to wake the body up. Down the arm and up the arm. Do this any time of day. Back of your shoulders, down your waist. Nice to train with you again. For some of us, it hasn't been that long since we were together. But this is a party that never ends.
I like aligning to the divine.
It's cute, right? Come on, good job today. Some of you practiced your Qigong with me this morning in the dojo. It was awesome. A little bit on the tummy. We're going to drum on the lower back. That's why it's nice to have some space. Don't have 2 pillows back here. Drumming on the kidney adrenal area. And then rub. Rub, 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 rub. And you can lightly tap your legs. You don't have to go all the way down. You can pick them up if you're able to. Super easy to do this whole routine from a chair. Why tap? You're tapping and stimulating all the energy points and getting the energy flowing through the meridian channels of the body. All right, now remember we talked about flowing our body towards the floor. We're going to open up our spine and the fascia in the back so we get a really nice energy flow from the root to the top of the head. So it starts like this. Breathe out. Use your hands if you need to walk up. Breathe in and up and stretch. Going again. Shake it out. Rolling up and reach up and stretch. Do your best when you bring yourself up to engage the muscles of your lower back and work your way up one at a time. Rolling up, breathing up. We're going to do one more. This whole thing is sitting. You don't have to stand up. Here we go. Down. Let it go. Stretch your shoulders out. Let your head hang. Lengthen your cervical spine. Reach up. Breathing. And bring your arms down, and we're going to do one big clap. Rub. Make a little bit of connection between the chakras in your hands called the Qigong. Breathing in and breathing out. And just be here. Just be present. Moving meditation. That spine stretch, so nice. It gets that info highway open. Your brain calms. You start to center. Start to become aware of the breath in the lower belly. Get a nice diaphragmatic breath going. Fill the belly, the Buddha belly. Breathe out. Draw that belly button into the spine and slightly up. Breathe out. Purge all that stale air out of the lungs. Breathe in. Fill all the way up. Get the chest filling as well. We did all that opening for the rib cage. Breathe out. Fill the body with chi. Now, why do we want to do this here? We're about to do the orbiting. And the orbiting is your hands are moving in these small circles around your energy centers. So we're about to move into it. I'm going to have my hands about as wide as a basketball. Not too wide. It can be even closer if you want, like a volleyball. We're going to bring the hands in towards the groins. We're going to breathe up and lift up. I'll show you from the side in a moment. Remember I said in the beginning, Qi loves slow. The slower you go, the more you feel it. Notice. Lift it up, breathe up. Now, what are you thinking here? Well, this energy center, you just keep that motion going, represents a relationship with yourself. The power to do you, to live the life that you want to live on your terms, feeling connected to your healthy sense of self, healthy egoic principle. I said it, ego is not bad, it means sense of self. This energy center is your relationship with yourself. Feeling good about yourself, feeling confident. I have the energy to create. I have the energy to build. I have the energy to restore my body. I have the energy to heal. It's very much a physical, powerful center. We're nourishing this field, this energy vortex, with breath and slow movement. The hands are having the ability between the palms to create what some call a chi ball. You might be feeling the electromagnetic energy between your palms. Try to feel now that this movement is inside of you, not just in front of you. You can take your mental awareness and go inside your body and almost feel like your hands are in the middle of you and you're calming those lower energy gates, the root, the sacrum, letting everything know it's safe. You can rest, your tummy can digest. We're in a state of ease and flow. This is very important so that when we take the hands up to the heart center, the energy can flow into the heart. You see, the heart is not going to open up if it's in a survival state, if it's aware that your body is alarmed. That's why you calm your system. Now, when the heart can trust you, the energy can flow. Here we go. We're going to lift it up. Energy coming up to the heart. Now, I know that sometimes this stuff seems too easy to create so many shifts. And that's okay to be skeptical. It's even okay if you laugh a little. I certainly did. Heck, I made so much fun of energy work. I'm not ashamed, but I just realized I was in such a different mental state back there. I didn't know. You didn't know what you don't know. But then once you feel it and you realize that energy really is everything, and energy, when you get it flowing right, it changes your emotions, it changes the way you feel, it changes the drive that you have, especially when you open the heart center, because this is your relationship with others. When you're tight, when you're shut down, when you're in fear or anger, there's no connection with others. I mean, it's hard to be connected to others unless you open your heart, right? You feel a little bit like an island. You feel a little guarded or very guarded. Well, I was very guarded for a very long time. And when my heart finally cracked open, I started to feel again. And man, it feels so good. Once you get past that layer of vulnerability and you realize it's a strength, you really want your heart to be open. It's a beautiful, attractive quality to have, and it draws people to you. We've got thousands of people and students now because we opened our hearts. If you're in business, if you're a coach or teacher and you want a bigger tribe, open your heart more. Get more real, get more vulnerable. Okay? So now we're in this relationship with others. It's a giving vibration here. We're going to take it up. We're going to go up now and pull the chi up through the central line. Here we go. All the way up to the upper dantian, the wisdom center. Now, isn't it nice to nourish these three centers, taking our time with it? You don't want to be in a hurry with this thing. Energy work requires a little work. Focus. Got to be present. You're going to have a hard time feeling chi if you're overthinking it. You got to get out of your head, get into the flow. How do you get out of your head? Focus on your breath. Focus on the movement you're doing. Give your mind a job. Listen to it become like elevator music in the background. It's just blah, blah, blah. And then it just fades away and you're just here. It starts to really light up. So this is a relationship with Source. However you describe meaning to your connection to the source of all that is. If you love to talk about God, you love the word God, then be connecting to God right now. If you love the feeling of connecting to the universe, universal intelligence, gosh, it doesn't really matter. However you relate to the Divine Mother through the Tao, the unified field, your highest potential, source of all that is, just connect. And this relationship, for me, it feels like I'm asking or open to receive guidance. Very good. We're going to do one more. I'm just open. And now we're going to go into a big full orbit. We're going to do the whole body. Let it float down the front. Slower. Take your time. And try to feel for your auric field. You have energy all around the body. And the more you open these centers, especially the heart, you start to feel like you're in this big, ginormous energy bubble. And this torus, this energy field, affects others. It affects people in your household, whether they know that you're practicing or not. And above and beyond, the more you learn how to go beyond your body and beyond your mind and connect into this divine field, you can be sharing love with anyone, anywhere. I might add even beyond the physical plane if you like. So on this next move, I'm going to have us go into the heart center. Take your time. I mean, if your arms are feeling thick like mine, you're probably pretty stoked right now.
What do you mean thick?
Like you're in an energy soup, or like it feels like you're in water. Like when you move through water, you feel that gentle resistance against your skin. So we're here now at the heart center. We're just going to let the elbows float up and the shoulders drop down. Relax the fingers, relax the thumbs. Don't hitchhike. And just be right here and pull energy in and stretch and open. And see if you can feel as you push through what we call the chi wall. See if you can feel some chi rubbing through and along your forearms. I'm going to do that a couple times just to give you a chance to sense for that. Breathing in. It's a good stretch nonetheless. Open your chest. Open your sternum. Press. Now we're going to make an energy balloon, like an energy bubble. And we're going to lift it up, and then we're going to give it up. This is called unifying heaven and earth. So this is an invitation posture, like an antenna, and you're inviting wisdom, and you opened up your wisdom center by doing the orbit. So you are allowing insight to flow to you and through you. We're bringing it through the heart center. We're going down to the power center. We're just going to scoop our arms out here. Gather some energy. Pull it in towards the power center and lift it up. And then into the heart. Press. I just want to teach you the move first, and then I'll share with you something we can do. Ideally, when you're trying to be in what we would call a moving meditation, you don't want to be thinking too much about the physical technique. You don't want your attention to get drawn too much into doing. At first, when you're learning like a private lesson like this, that's fine. But later, you want to just get really empty of thought, and almost let the body move on its own without thinking. That way, you can switch from a beta brainwave frequency, the more thinking, active aspect of your brainwaves, and start tapping into alpha, the meditative zone. We can go deeper into theta. Usually you want to be fully sitting and still for that. We're going to just do one more, and we're going to put an intention in this one. Draw all the way down, lift up this chi, bring it into the heart. What do you feel right now that's your highest thought feeling? We'll do a type in the chat in just a moment. What do you feel? Put it out there. Put it in this bubble and send a signal. Like you're sending out a love message, send it out. Give it up to the field. This is who I am. This is what I'm vibrating. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm emanating. This is what I stand for. This is what I sit for. This is what I love. And just invite that pure energy to flow to you all the way down, and feel your energy system balanced and whole. And you might feel a thickness around your torso. That's beautiful. It means you've expanded your field. You're going to bring your arms out to the side, pull your knees and toes together. We're going to close our session and just let the hands float down one more time, all the way to the last posture that I showed you where they're resting on your lap. You can open your feet again, straight spine, close the eyes, take a nice deep breath into the heart center, and just feel like you're being breathed by whatever you just connected to, that source. Now, of course, we would love to sit here with you and turn music on and hang out for a while. That's what I would encourage you to do, is to take this simple routine, getting those orbits working for you, getting a big orbit, and then practice putting the energy into your heart and putting it out. And do this with beautiful music playing while you take your Chair-Gong break. You can add that tapping in and that stretching in the beginning to get lit up. That's how I would do this, with some beautiful music. So how do you feel right now? What did you experience during? Let us know in the chat what you felt.
Welcome back.
Simple and yet powerful.
Totally.
I feel and find that Qigong is such an intimate practice. I mean, I love doing it in a group.
That's what Bonnie was saying, that she never misses a chance to do it with the tribe.
Yeah.
Because that helps you stay so consistent.
That's been a huge thing people are telling us right now.
Yeah.
So I had such a great week with you guys. I don't want it to end, and I know I need to stay consistent. I need motivation. That's why we're here right now doing this show, because we don't want our friends, our community, to lose their momentum. We try to nudge you guys every single week in this show, but there's nothing like, doing deep practice and doing it together. Beautiful chi blanket, like a comforter wrapped around me.
Oh, that's nice.
So zen right now, says Leah. Marge says, I'm calm and relaxed. Josie says, always a major release of stress from the day. I love that you guys feel these things. Sally says aligned with love, especially after having an argument with hubby. Right?
Ooh, go watch
So,
day 6 of
yeah,
the energy group. It's
you
so
can
good
take
with
this orbit. We
relationships.
didn't have time to talk about how to use the orbit today, but day 6 has got a great training.
Over on YouTube, this was wonderful. Feelings of healing and peace in my heart to send into the world. And Lori says, that was so beautiful. I've never experienced anything like this. I felt love. Thank you. And Lori really likes your microphone too. Diana says, blessed, peace, fortunate. Susan says, feeling the love and the buzz. Julie, so powerful. Oh, it just keeps coming.
You YouTubers are really going
Madeline,
after
that
it.
was truly wonderful. I could feel the energy moving inside me and also the bubble around me. Yeah, I love that you said that, Madeline, because there is this energy inside of you. And like we showed in the graphic yesterday in day 6 of the energy detox, how your energy doesn't stop with the skin. And that's why when you're practicing Qigong and the meditations the way we teach them, Tristan calls it Pillsbury Doughboy. I used to say spacesuit. I feel so much bigger than I am, like in a spacesuit. And then it extends from there, and that's that bubble.
It's
So there's
amazing.
this energy inside of your body, and then this whole energy
Isn't that
bubble.
incredible?
It's like a protective field.
But you would never know that that was there. Like most of the day, we're not aware of it. And then you sit down, you do some of the breath work, you get the postures right, you get going, you get slow, you get in meditation, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, where did all this come from?
Yeah.
Why am I not swimming in this all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reality is we are. It's just that we had to shift state to get into it. Shift state, shift the breath, slow things down.
Yeah. When I enter into environments that might make my personality feel uncomfortable, like when I lived in New York City, sometimes walking down the street, I would feel scared. I'd feel uncomfortable. Certain times are just certain times that I go places alone. I love feeling that bubble and that protective field and somehow moving in those environments. I don't have the fear anymore because I realize how big I am and how I'm not that person that has those fears, because it's very empowering to feel all that energy and all that love. I also notice that when I'm in that place and I make eye contact just for a second with another person in a store or a cashier, oftentimes they're like, well, what's going on with you? I answered the door the other day, and it was somebody we had asked to come over for an estimate, and she said that. She's like,
For the garden.
yeah, she's like, what's going on? What's going
going
on
on
with
with
you?
you?
Just totally out of the blue. Or
That
sometimes
happened to me at Whole Foods the other day. A
Yeah.
lady looked at me as we were checking. She was putting the groceries in the bag, sweet lady. And she said, what's going on with you? You seem very spiritual. I'm like, thanks for noticing.
And isn't that great, because that person is also feeling the energy like we talked about in day 6 too, that Trisbrina. It's like your energies with another person's energy commingling. And when your energy is feeling so good, another person likes the way they feel when they're around you. I mean, the emails that flood into us, like we cry all the time, and people say, wow, I did this thing and it changed my life and thank you so much. But we know it was like a group effort. It was Trisbrina and the person writing it.
It's insane, the emails we get, y'all, and the things that you share with us in the groups.
The miracles, and I'm going to call them miracles, the miracles that are happening in people's lives, in their relationships, to their physical body, to being able to sleep, digestion.
It's amazing.
I can't even collect them all. And it's just every day.
We knew Qigong was powerful from my back healing and an emotional component to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like cleaning up some old stuff. And then the things that we started attracting into our lives. And you don't at first connect the dots. You're like, come on.
Yeah.
And moving and breathing. But as soon as you start adding an intention with elevated emotion,
Yes,
while you're doing this energy work, that's when it gets really bizarre. And that's when you start having to question everything. Like, I'm working so hard trying to make matter into matter. And you're telling me I can go into the energy and into the divine field and allow the energy to reorganize the matter? Like, hold up. Like, let's get into that a little bit more. And we will. We want to go down that path with you more, because it's important to understand how your energy shapes everything.
Yeah.
It starts with a thought, it becomes an emotion, a feeling, and that emotion emits a signal. Yeah, vibrational set point is emanating from you like a broadcast station 24/7. You are drawing like energy right back into your world. It's affecting your tissues, it's affecting your actions, it's affecting the people that are showing up, it's affecting the opportunities that are showing up. There's all this orchestration going on, and it's like this crazy divine algorithm. So you want to get your part of the algorithm dialed in, and that's the beauty of energy work. It's an energy thing. All right, y'all.
And then the thoughts, the thoughts that you have when you're connected to something beautiful, when you're connected to source, when you're connected to and aligned to the vibration of pure healing and pure love, your thoughts are different. You know what? You're a whole lot smarter. Your ideas have more of that genius quality. I mean, the other day I had an idea and I just was like, oh my gosh. And it was this idea was so in my face for a couple of years and I didn't see it. And then it was just like, how about this simple thing? Sometimes it's like the fish looking for the water. The answer is just right there in front of you. So I just want to say, if you haven't, I hope you enjoyed everything that Tristan just did. And if you haven't joined us in the dojo, we hope you'll take a look at it. You can get all 6 days of replays as a free bonus. If you join the All In, you also get a ticket to our 3-day virtual live event called Alive and Thrive.
If you can swing it, get it. Yep. Because if you like what we did in 5 days, and remember that was just 60 plus minutes, can you imagine 3 deep dive days of doing this together? How much transformation could take place in your life? Yeah,
you will have a different body, like we were saying in the first few days. And then somebody sent in the testimonial. What do you call it? Sent us in the message like, this thing happened. I feel like I'm in a new body. So many people said that. You can completely change the alignment of your body and the energy of your body when you have that much time. Anyway, you get a free ticket to that. And there's some one-pay bonuses. It's all on the page. So, and there's plenty there. So you can like have some nighttime reading. But it's really affordable to everyone. You can just pay for 1 month at a time. You can do a year. You can do a year with the 3-pay, however it works for you.
The 3-pay's new. That's on there.
Yeah.
And we're starting our new cycle in the dojo soon. So I'd love if you're thinking about it or you're like, no, I'm going to do it. Please hop in soon because I want to get you ready.
Because the doors close.
Well, the doors close and the new cycle starts. So it's a school. So there's curriculum that we're guiding you through. We're not just like winging this here. We've been doing this a long time. We've got a beautiful mapping system. And the SAT ORI is a complete process that we're going to teach to you. You're going to feel so taken care of and you're going to see the path. Yep. You're not going to be winging it anymore, piecemealing things together, doing that duct tape technique. Like we're going to give you a tried and true system, just like a martial artist learns belts and there's a system and his or her sensei guides them through that on a path to mastery. That's what we have for you.
Yep.
Okay.
And today it's Thursday night. That's when we always do the Trisbrina Show. Don't know when you're watching this, but Saturday, if you're in the dojo, we have our fitness fusion class. And that was like day 5 of the energy event where we do more strengthening of the legs, work on bone density, muscle mass, flexibility, joint mobility, Qigong with little weights. So you'll definitely, we dance. We do a little salsa. We do some punching and kicking.
Do we dance to music? We do muscles
and toning.
We do all the things, man. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for making us laugh. Thank you for making us cry. Thanks for bringing your pets to the show. And
I just want to say, if you have, someone you love that might be a little frustrated right now because their mobility is limited, please just share this video with them because this is something they could do.
Yeah, they can get up on that chair.
Get up on that chair.
Get up off of that. Okay, see you later. Bye.